Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be reading aloud these Supreme Court cases and then just going through the Bill of Rights booklet, specifically the First and Fourth Amendment that are used in this case. So that way you feel a little bit more comfortable doing the write-up portion by yourself. So starting with reading the case out loud, Supreme Court case number 1, Tinker versus Des Moines Independent Community School District. Background. It was 1968 and the United States was fighting a war against communism in Vietnam. Many Americans passionately disagreed with the war and believed the United States shouldn't be fighting in Vietnam at all. Two students, Mary Beth and John Tinker, decided to protest the Vietnam War with their friends by wearing a black armband to school. It did not violate the school's dress code, but the principals of the Des Moines school learned of the plan and created a policy on December 14th. The new policy stated that if a student wears an armband to school and doesn't remove it when asked, the students will be suspended. On December 16th, Mary Beth and John Tinker wore their armbands to school and were sent home. Other students who also wore the armbands were sent home as well. Mary Beth and John Tinker claim their First Amendment rights were violated. The school district claims their armbands disrupted learning, so banning the armbands in school did not violate the First Amendment. So you're going to go ahead and stop right there. Make sure you take your Bill of Rights booklet, open up to the First Amendment, and go ahead and review what that First Amendment says. So the First Amendment, remember, gives you freedom of religion. There's not really religion mentioned here. Freedom of speech. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. When we're talking about speech, it's not just like talking, but like wearing an armband or any certain clothing could also count as speech. Okay, so Mary Beth and John Tinker claim that their freedom of speech was taken away because the school didn't let them wear their armband. The school says the armbands disrupted learning, so that's why they had to ban the armbands. All right. So you're going to go ahead and just highlight whichever one you agree with, either the students or the school, and then explain why. In your explanation, if you notice on the rubric below, the explanation is worth the most amount of points, and make sure that you clearly explain your answer and you use information from the case and the First Amendment. Okay, so don't just say like, I agree with the students because the principal was dumb, the school was being mean, stuff like that. Make sure you're using information from the case or from the First Amendment. So you could say, I agree with the students because the First Amendment says blah, 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 blah. If you need any help with that, you can always ask in class, message me on Schoology, email me, or text that Google Voice phone number 304-853-0426.